All right. Is AI going to take your software developer job? That's what I'm going to talk about. Um, my opinion, yes. Yes, it is. Absolutely. It's already to the point where if you look at job ads, a lot of them are wanting they're wanting you to develop using AI. That's how all this starts. It's not going to be replaced, today or tomorrow. You're still going to be able to get software developer jobs, but um, you're running behind if you're not embracing the AI. At the very least, embrace that because I mean, you got some years to go anyway before it's just totally gone. It will be totally gone. You see a lot of people talking about how it's just going to be a hybrid role where AI does something and then you have to um, kind of code review it, fix it, stuff like that. That's true. That's true. That's how it starts. So it starts with you firing up Codex or some agent somebody made or something to do something, and then you start looking over the results, fixing this and that, maybe optimizing. But you got to remember that LLMs are constantly being trained on new data, so they just get better. At some point they're not going to make mistakes. Okay, that day's coming. I don't know when it's going to happen. I'm out of the business now. I really wouldn't want to go back to it at this point. Um, but if I were going to, well, I'm going to save that for another video. But yeah, it's taking your job. At some point, it's going to have enough data to where it's not going to make the mistakes like it is now. Like that one at Amazon that blew away production. Um, yeah, I mean, we do that. I did that early on in my career. Um, it's gonna happen, but there'll come a day when it doesn't happen. Just like you'll make mistakes if you're a junior or you're just coming out of college. You're gonna make a lot of mistakes, and that's just part of getting experience. You can go to these sites, and talking about like Get Cracked from Coding Jesus. Yeah, I mean, you're gonna get cracked enough, good enough to pass interviews for the quant space, but experience is what makes you a great dev, and that's you got to just get in the trenches and start making mistakes. That's how you do it. um, and that's when you really get cracked right there, once you gain a lot of experience. And so yeah, it will take your job. Software development, for me, I think it's a dead end. I think if you're in your last year of a CS degree, go ahead and get it. But otherwise, your third year, it's kind of close. You might want to stay with it. But honestly, don't go into a CS degree right now. Well, actually, never. It was never a good degree anyway, unless you wanted to, get a PhD and go teach or something. But you really need to be doing math, physics, or EE, electrical engineering. That would be the way to go. Um, yeah, just I mean, honestly, it's a dead field. Um, that's my opinion on it. It's a dead field. Get out of it while you can. Um, I would recommend the trades and keep development as a hobby if you really love programming. Because it in the early days when I started, it was more. There was a lot more coding. As the frameworks and libraries came along, uh, the jQuery was the big one back then. And nobody learned JavaScript back then. So when you had a deep knowledge of it, you were kind of special. And I see that with the just learning C++ plus plus now because I love to program. So I'm gonna deep dive everything I can. But I learned a long time ago I used to deep dive C sharp and JavaScript, and it helped in interviews, but after that, nobody cared. Everybody wanted you to download solutions, change it to your particular use case, and that was really it. The less code, the better. Um, yeah, that was it. So, and today, just go ahead, get out of the field. Um, if you don't, you need to embrace the AI, particularly agent creation. That's what you need to be into, not just using LLMs. You need to go experiment with creating your own agent. Remember, the agent is made up of the LLM, but it's also it needs a part of it. I don't know what it's called, but it's the part where it has access to the file system and all that. You're going to give it access to that, and plus you're going to plug in an LLM to it, and then your agent can go off and do things. It can grab files, uh, edit the code, whatever you want it to, whatever you're going to make of it. That's the future. And so when we talk about AI development, um, at some point it'll do it all itself, but I think there's going to be a long stretch where it's going to be coding agents. Okay, so embrace that if you want to stay in this field. Um, That's really it. Forget about AWS and learning cloud and Kubernetes, all this stuff. AI is going to do it better, and you don't have to spend time on something unless you have a real passion for that kind of stuff. Then go ahead and get into it. Um, there'll always be pockets of work where a regular dev is going to get the job. Okay, there's going to be holdouts as far as companies go. You could always do your own startup and not use it. I think you're going to be behind because it works a lot faster. So embrace the coding agents. Okay, that's where it's at. Um, make your money quick and get out. The old fire thing. I can't remember what it's. It just Google that or throw it into an LLM. Fire retirement. Its goal is to be able to retire in 10 years. Uh, if you're going to stay in this field, try to get out early, retire early. Um, Game development's different. I maybe I'm thinking it is. As far as starting your own studio, that would be good. Um, but I think AI is going to creep into that too. I don't know about AAA studios, but um, definitely embrace it. Um, That's it. Final word, learn coding agents if you want to stay in this business. If not, get out, go into the trades, electrical, plumbing, HVAC, something like that. Get your journeyman license in, 5, 10 years, whatever it takes, and get your own truck out there, start your own business. It's a lot easier than that. I'm not saying the work's easier, but I'm saying it's easier to get your own business started. Um, and that's not going to go away until robots come along, which that's another story. Okay, that's it for me, guys. Like, share, subscribe. It's coming for you, so prepare. Um, hit that like button, subscribe. More videos coming. I'll talk to you later.